God, you probably actually.
Ecclesiastes where it says, or the one that says, I make a lie.
Yeah.
Because you understand when things happen, it's God. You never believe God because you quoted some scriptures in the Bible. God. So when, like we were saying that earlier, remember in the old school, the older generation, when someone died, they used to say, God what? God took them what? God took them home. Right? They would say that, right? So we're saying that the Most High God. So when something happens to someone, ultimately, if you didn't do it, you had no power over it, God allowed that to happen. So how can you determine who you're supposed to act fast or who's not supposed to act fast? Someone give me Sirach too. Let's just try that. Read that. Sirach 12. Right, but you know why he did that though?
Because Jesus saw somebody or resurrected a girl that was dying, right?
No, but why did he put the ear back though? Let's stick to that story.
I'm just saying.
No,
you guys can help people if you got the gifts and abilities to help.
But I
don't want to argue with you guys. I know you guys are real strong in your
no, we're just having a dialogue.
In your faith.
Let's go back to how he put the ear back.
Just love one another.
But why did he put the ear back? Because he had a prophecy he had to fulfill.
To the disciples.
No, but remember, he had a prophecy he had to fulfill. He had to be taken away. Like, let's say you got to get to work, and I'm like, hey, bro, what's your name?
I'm Mario.
You're Mario? Okay, Mario. I'm like, hey, yo, look, Mario, I got like these two chicks, you know what I'm saying? You're really ready to party. Let's go, go have a drink with them. Let's see how it goes from there. And you, Mario, you like, man, look, I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, your Uber's here to take you to work. And I start trying to, someone comes, a girl starts trying to pull you out the car, but you got to go to work, though. She starts pulling you. It's like you saying, look, she got to get off me because I got to go to work. I got something I got to fulfill. So that was the same thing. He had to fulfill being taken in so that way he could die for the sins of the nation of Israel. So it's all about not stopping the program, not interfering with that. So what I'm basically saying, there's a purpose behind everything that happens. Do you believe that, or you think things just happen for no reason?
I think sometimes things happen and there need an explanation. There needs to be an explanation, but and we take things as they come and react. But just know that, like, usually when you call them, people, like, even if you call 911, the help comes afterwards. Just like when the people in the Hebrews needed help in Egypt, the help came afterwards, after the hardship. So that hardship was there, the help comes afterwards. Just like when African Americans wanted to go to school, that prayer was answered. Now we got school.
Okay, but who controls the school system? Isn't it mostly Eurocentric?
Yeah, I mean, if you see, just since Martin Luther King and the first half African American president, less than 60 or 50 years later, or I mean.
No, but I understand what you're saying. I'm totally getting it. But I'm saying the educational system that we got, isn't it mostly Eurocentric? Just like even the churches. When they set up the church, the black church, you know how the black church was set up, right?
The cool thing about it is we can all go outside the curriculum and go into the library and learn what we want to learn.
Oh, okay, but aren't you doing that independently? Or are you doing that because are you doing that because the white man is telling you to do that? You're not doing that because the so-called white man is telling you to do that. That's independent. You're doing independent research at that point. That's an independent study.
Well, I know that when God hovered over the Garden of Eden, he was a spirit. A spirit has no race.
A spirit what?
A spirit has no race.
Spirit has no race?
A spirit, when he hovered over the Garden of Eden, he was a spirit. And the spirit has no race.
Okay, so when the spirits talk, do they use a language?
I don't know. We'll find out. I gotta go.
Hey, did you say the spirits have no rest?
Race.
No.
I don't know about the rest. Everybody want to go into the eternal rest, but we all got one.
Let me get you a scripture because you talk about helping and that we're ready to help. But when you help, it's got to be turned a certain way.
Yes. Oh, I still gotta catch up. I know you guys are probably know a lot more.
Okay, take the scripture out.
In the Bible.
Book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 4. Give to the godly man.
It says give to the godly man. So when you help someone out, brother, you should be helping out the godly man. See that? But what else to say? Go ahead.
And help not a sinner.
And do what?
Help not a sinner.
So that man shaking on the ground, do you know if he was a sinner or not? Do you know?
No, but we can't judge.
We can't judge?
We can't. You weren't there for the whole time. Just like if somebody saw David hit Goliath in the head with a stone before knowing the whole story, they would have been like, wow, that giant was just minding his own business. I'm actually homeless right now, and there's actually a white guy named Bob McElroy that's helping me out. Give me shelter.
Can I ask you something?
Please ask.
How did you end up in a position to be homeless and need help? And how did Bob McAdoo, what's his name?
McElroy. He's actually
Bob McElroy. How did he get into the position to help?
He said he's been helping homeless people for about 33 years.
No, but what I'm saying is this.
I got into the position of being homeless because I'm gonna just be completely honest. I fell for alcoholism, drug addiction, and I instead of working hard and doing what I need to do, I was distracted.
Since we're on a level of honesty, and you could be that, you know, with brothers up here, it's nothing but love. What were you coping with? What was your reasoning for going into alcoholism or going to alcohol and drugs?
Being a follower of gangster rap music. Well, I'm not even gonna call it gangster rap music, but being a follower of
Gang culture?
Of too young, listening to Tupac's music, wanting to be like Tupac instead of wanting to be like. My dad told me don't follow in his footsteps, but he was in jail, so I've been swapping like men personas, you know? Because I didn't have my dad. My dad been in jail the whole life, so I'm like, well, I mean, the dude on TV is gonna be the. But I mean, we're not supposed to do idolatry, you know? Because sometimes the things that look enticing is what messes us up in the long run.
But here's the thing: the reason I asked you, because if we dated back and we just go back, the reason why your pops was in jail, the reason why you felt compelled to have to cope with the lack of a positive male role model influence in your life, right? Listening to people like Tupac that rapped about what? A lack of a male role model in his life.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
And he was really energetic, and he had nobody to calm him down too.
But what you gotta understand, it's a cycle.
Yeah,
and it all goes back to the original question. The reason that Bob McElroy can be in a position to help you and you're in a position to need help goes all the way back to Bob McElroy's people, Mac, which is who? The Irish, okay? Which his last name, listen, going back into the Irish. How was it that the Irish came over here, huh?
Like a McGregor.
Like a McGregor or like an O'Reilly or a McCullum, right? When that Mac is in front of them, you understand the Irish origin. The point I'm making is this. It all goes back to their forefathers enslaving, rape, robbing, and murder, and doing things like to us like that image there. So when they let us off of the plantation, it's funny we was talking about parting gifts because coincidentally enough, the Irish got parting gifts. The Irish were allegedly slaves, right, or indentured servants that came over here, worked for a certain period of time, and when they were let go out of their servitude, they were given land, they were given opportunity, they were given money. Mm-hmm. Was your people giving that when they let you off of the plantation when they were doing that to you? Absolutely not. They let you off and say, hey, go figure it out for yourself. And guess what? We still ain't figured it out to this day. The only thing that we have figured out is to be a follower, like you said, but we ain't been following our own people. We've been following after the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, which is the so-called white man.
Hey, but they did give us some party favors. It was called guns and crack cocaine.
Listen. They gave us guns. They gave us crack cocaine. They gave us the knowledge of being a thief, of being a robber, being a gang member. Because who was the original gangsters?
See, but in the Bible says don't.
The Irish.
The Bible says this. Don't be jealous of none of the oppressor's ways.
Exactly.
If they were the oppressor, we should have never wanted to have guns.
Get that. Proverbs 3:31.
Second Amendment. We should have
Proverbs
never
3:31.
wanted none of those amendments. We should have just never wanted to vote.
What he's saying is there a reason why we're the first fired, last hired. There's a reason why we make up the highest percentage in the prison system. There's a reason why we're the most homeless. Didn't you look it up? Don't we make up the largest percentage of homeless, Deacon?
And what do you reckon we do about it?
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that was a beautiful question. Go ahead, Sarge. That brother right here, he gonna take care of you right here. Go ahead.
I got you. You want 331?
Yeah, he's
831.
He's a
Proverbs
specialist.
831. Hold Ecclesiastes 7:7. Get Proverbs 831.
Hey, but Bob is a good guy. Hopefully one day you guys can meet him. I know his family.
Bring him down. Bring him down here. We'll talk to him.
Yeah, 31:9. Get that.
Proverbs 31:9.
So this is the first thing you got to do, brother, and which is what you see us doing. Go ahead.
Bring it up.
Bring it loud too, King.
Just open thy mouth.
Open our mouth, and you got to say something, brother. That's the first thing. Then let's say closed mouths. What?
Don't get fed.
Don't get fed.
I know. You guys are real courageous and brave. You guys are public speaking skills. None of you guys got stage fright. Everybody's
but also too in the reverse, you asking us what we need. We got to be ready to answer a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So first thing step, open our mouth. Go ahead.
Judge righteously.
Do what?
Judge righteously.
No, you can't judge.
Judge righteously.
Don't judge.
Judge
So
righteously.
you got to be able to possess what's called righteous judgment. You got to be able to judge righteously.
That's right.
You know how they say call a spade a spade? You got to be able to call the devil a devil.
That's right.
So you got to be able to judge righteously. That's what you got to be able to do. Go ahead. What else you got to do?
And plead the cause of
Well, hold on. And plead the cause of who?
of the poor and needy.
Of the who?
The poor and the needy.
The what?
The poor and needy.
It says please the cause of the poor and the needy. You know who is the most poor and the most needy throughout the world? These people you see right here on this sign.
That's right.
I understand, but
You see right here on this sign.
But right here, right now, I was just homeless for like 2 years.
Okay.
It's real, but like you learn a lot of valuable lessons, you know. And I don't want to make it sound like it's fun because It's some lonely nights out there in the rain, you know. But it's great because your connection to God does get stronger.
Yeah, no, it's building you up.
And you know what?
Was it who the world really called Jesus Christ was without, right? Was without
But yeah,
hope.
Jesus Christ said, or in the New Testament, I think it says, you know what? The guy that was homeless or something, he gave something to drink or something to eat. That was me when I was, you know.
Well, if we all practice what we're out here to teach our people to practice, which is law, statutes, and commandments, it would be like that. You got a brother that came out of town, guess what? He wouldn't have to worry where he's going to sleep, right? He don't worry about what he's going to drink. Because my brother's thirsty, guess what? He's going to get a drink. He's hungry. He's going to get some food. You see that? But there's also food and water that you can drink that you'll be thirsty again. But is that water where you won't thirst anymore, though? Yeah. You see that? But let's get to about the people that's helping you. Get that in Ecclesiastes 7:7. Because a lot of people see Israelites and be like, man, y'all mad and angry and upset, right? Get that.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man
It
mad.
says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So sometimes when the people see us, they be like, why are y'all so upset? Why are you so bad? and it's not just because of history. We look at this sign, and first of all, it's like, look what you did to my ancestors.
Yeah, I'm not laughing about that.
I don't know if you remember when George Bush was in office. George W. Bush, Dave Chappelle did a skit when he was talking about going to war in Iraq, and they're like, why are you going to war in Iraq? He said, trying to kill my daddy. What did he say? He said, trying to kill my daddy. Remember that? They
trying to kill my father.
Yeah, if I could be real, son, he tried to kill my, because his father was president. We're upset because what they did to our forefathers. But let's speed it up current time. We're also upset because of all the oppression we see now. What's one of those oppressions? Deacon did the research on what we go through. We make up the highest percentage of the homeless in general. You go around this brother, right, Cap? Go around where this brother lives, man, there's whole communities. You got kids out there. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's real sad. So we're upset about all that oppression. And guess what? We're speaking about it. We're opening our mouth. And guess what? We're making righteous judgment. Go ahead.
Finish it out. That's right.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
You know what?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
You see how a gift destroyed the heart? Because what the so-called white man will do, he's enslaved you, built institutions off your slavery, right? These banks, you know how these banks got funded? Through free forced labor. A lot of these schools and institutions, believe it or not, this brother did a research go back, what? To the slave trade. That's how they were funded. And it's coincidentally, they're the ones still making the most money till this day. The banks, banking institutions, and all your...
Look, long story short, real quick. Long story short, you're in the position you are because of the white man. And he's in a position to help you because of the rape, rob, and murder that he's done.
And the gift that destroys or destroys the heart, which is the mind. So you're not gonna look at anybody like Bob McElroy like he's anything wrong because of the gifts that he give you, so that he thinks that he can alleviate himself of the punishment that should come for all of the rape, rob, or murder. What's your name, bro?
I'm Mario.
Mario. Listen, the one time he helps Mario, he could have helped hundreds of Marios for 33 years. It doesn't take away from the hundreds of millions that his people contributed to kill.
That's not what he did specifically. I know. How could I put it? I can't be judged for if I recently just went through something because one of my neighbors was African American. He did a sexual assault, and I feel like it affected my life. I can't be judged and grouped with him. Although it does say to love my neighbor, so yes, I did love my neighbor. I heard him tell to his baby mom, make sure my son is taken care of. And I'm like, okay. I came up with a business idea. I shot it to the DA. I told him about it. I told him what his crime did to hurt me and my family, and hopefully it works out. But I mean, there's some horrible black people and there's some horrible white people. Okay. And I don't even like saying black and white. There's some horrible African Americans. There's some horrible Caucasians. I mean, I hope one day you guys all see the light. But I understand where you guys are coming from. Like, I know what it feels like to just be upset. I know what it feels like to have one person do something and you can't get that one person. So it's like, you know what? Whoever remind me of him, I'm gonna hit him. You know? But I know you guys probably not trying to hit nobody. Like, but
this is what this
hold on.
With Mac. He's basically saying, let's say this brother hits you from the back, knocks you out, takes your wallet, right?
yeah.
Then he comes back around, he sees you getting up, and he's like, hey, what's going on? You're like, hey, I just got robbed, man. I had $5,000 in my wallet. And he'd be like, man, that's sad. Here go a 20.
Two.
You know what I'm saying? Here go a 20.
Yeah, but
now that's the same thing we do when we look at the little help that our oppressors give us and think that, hey, this is okay.
I can tell you every white person wasn't a slave owner. Every white person is not rich.
Okay, but you got to know how God deals, because we were talking about God. God deals with nations.
Well,
So not every person that got cursed.
In the Bible it said if people were being disobedient, he would scatter them amongst the nations.
Okay.
And also it said after Jesus Christ died, I'm pretty sure it said 1,000 years would go to Jesus Christ, his reign. Then I think it said 1,000 years he would give to Satan for his reign. Then 1,000 years he'll come back and take that reign from Satan so that you not be tricked or fooled by Satan again. So I think just trust the process. I mean, it's year 2000 now,
So it seems like you're thinking that maybe the white man can turn a new leaf or something after all this time, or what's your understanding in regards to the salvation, I guess, that you assume maybe the white man will get? Do you believe that the white man can be saved, or that he needs to be saved or something?
I know there's, how can I put it? There's good people in every race. Trust me. There's good people in every race, and you're gonna find them. You're gonna find them. I'm not as knowledgeable. I can't just give you like a counter example. You guys are good. I'm not gonna lie. Like you got the Bible verses and everything. But
This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spot? Then may ye. It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Right. So this one, let's say you have this one good white person.
Because he said that there's bad white people, evil black people. Correct?
No. There's both. There's I don't even like to say black and white. There's a black hole and there's a light tunnel.
So-called Caucasian and so-called African American.
None of us are black and none of us are white.
That's what I said, so-called.
Like, yeah. So we got African Americans and I know people like to use different names but
no. See, this is what's gonna happen, brother. Eventually, this so-called white man that you think is nice is gonna show his horn. He's gonna show his fangs because they're accustomed to doing evil. Meaning, he may be cool with you, right? But his dad is racist.
I've kicked somebody
racist. He grew up in a racist house.
I've kicked a white man in the head before, and I feel really bad. I just prayed for it the other night. So even I've shown my horns, and man,
Wait, you kicked him in the head? What happened? Did he
had to go to the hospital, and his family said.
Did he go to sleep?
No, his family said, please stay away from my son.
You kick him hard enough then.
No.
That's right.
No.
You ain't kick him hard enough if he ain't go to sleep.
No, because he
should have put him out of his misery.
That's right.
I'm coming to this
I'm gonna walk away, but
no. Real quick. Read that scripture again.
This is Jeremiah 13.
You believe in the Bible, right? For real? Or you kind of
You know what? No. I gotta get through the Bible.
Do you believe in it though?
I believe in God,
but you don't believe in the Bible.
You know what? This is where I get messed up at. Is where people say God told Abraham to sacrifice his son, and then the angel came and prevented him from doing it.
So you don't. So the God you believe in, wouldn't tell Abraham something like that.
I believe in the God in the Garden of Eden. I believe in.
So it wasn't the same God that told Abraham that.
Sometimes I think kings could do stuff to make people scare people away from God. You know, but I still got to read through it because.
I'm asking you, the same God that was in the Garden of Eden, is that the same God that told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac up on the mountain?
This is what I think, because I hear voices at times. I think that we've done a lot of research on mental illnesses in the United States of America that we can say that what happened to Abraham could have been schizophrenia or some mental health.
Wait. So was Adam just as schizo? Was Adam just as schizo for receiving a word from God, thinking he had dominion over everybody on the planet Earth?
No. See, God came and fixed that. Like God, when you got, or not you guys, when people like to make it seem like God just want to sacrifice kids and his sons, like I don't think so. He put in Exodus the sacrificing a young.
You know who
bull.
you think God is?
Or
you think God is Mario? You want Mario to be God, because if the God of the Bible that came to Adam, the same God of this Bible came to Abraham, the same God of the Bible that came to Abraham came to Jacob, and all of the rest of the prophets that you read about in this book.
That's right.
Since it doesn't line up with Mario wants to make up his own God, and you say, I believe in God, and the God or the situation that happened with Abraham, I'm in a position of power and authority to say he was schizophrenic.
you know what?
Do you know how arrogant and pompous that is? Do you know how you usurping yourself over God?
You know what? Sometimes when I read the Bible, the words in the book
Give me Isaiah 8:20. Give me Isaiah 8:20. and then you give me Isaiah 34 and 16. Listen, you can't do that, man. Either you gonna believe in God, the God of the Bible, or you gonna make up a dude to fit your standard of living that can love Bob McElroy and all of his Irish ancestors that used to hunt you and your ancestors and put you to death and hang you on trees like that and then have a barbecue and a picnic around you in celebration of it. That's what Bob McElroy's people did to you.
Don't put that on him.
I'm saying this. Bob would have never had an opportunity. Hold on. Bob would have never had an opportunity to be on this soil of so-called America, to be in a position to help Mario out, a descendant and a byproduct of the transatlantic slave trade, had his people not pillaged, raped, robbed, and murdered. Bring it up. It would have never happened. That's right. So Bob owes his life to those people that violated other people's basic human rights.
I'm pretty sure Bob doesn't like rapists. I know for sure he doesn't condone pedophiles.
So why don't Bob take his vanilla ass back over to the place that he came before his people arrived here?
Because I still need him.
You need him? Whoa. Give me Lamentations 4 and 17, man. No. Get that. I'm gonna bring it out. Isaiah 8 and 20. Go ahead.
Bring it out. Isaiah 8 and 20.
Go ahead.
To the law.
To the what?
To the law.
To the law. Read.
And to the testimony.
The law is what? The words, the law, statutes, the commandment, the wisdom given unto Israel through Moses, right? In the same place where you said, in the same place that you just quoted earlier, that if we don't listen to God, that he's going to scatter us throughout all the nations. He didn't say it about everybody. He said about the nation of Israel. We see the people that's being scattered as the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
That's right. That's right. If they speak not according to this word.
If they speak not according to this word, you said earlier, there's a black hole and then there's light, right? Go ahead.
It is because there is no light in them.
You don't possess that light because you're not speaking according to this word. You just said that a powerful man that was spoken about in that law that we speak about, that was just mentioned, you just called that man schizophrenic. No, you just called that man schizophrenic. And you probably got that understanding from a goddamn white man. I know you got it from a white man. That he could have possibly had a schizophrenic episode. Because that's what the so-called white man tried to do to the powerful black men written about in this book.
Let him know, God.
Get that in Isaiah. Matter of fact, don't worry about Isaiah 34. Get Lamentations.
He got some. He must bring this out. He said he needs the white man more than he needs God.
That's right.
That's what you said. That's what you're saying.
Who said that?
That's what you're saying.
That's not.
You said I need him.
That's not what I said.
You said I need him.
No. I'm just saying that, like in this point in time, you asked me why does he need to be here. I said because I need him. He's helping me out right now.
Bring that out, bro.
I didn't say that I needed a particular race over God.
No.
The book of Jeremiah.
That's not what I said. He took the words. No. Listen. You're right. Listen. First of all, he never said you needed a particular race. He quoted what you said.
No.
You need a particular man over God.
Right.
That's even worse. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 5.
Listen up.
Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
What?
Cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
That do what?
That trusteth in man.
Everybody.
That trusteth in man.
You trust in a man.
Right,
hey,
what does it say in the New Testament?
And the same man that you trust in.
You live amongst mammon and you live amongst God. So
and listen, wait. No. It says you cannot worship the Most High man. You cannot worship the Most High man. And you know what you do?
I don't worship.
Listen. What you just said right now, that you need him. You listen. Hey, get that Matthew 4. Get that Matthew 4. All right? Get that in Matthew 4, man. This is ridiculous, dude. This is ridiculous, man. When a so-called black man says he needs a white man to sit up here and survive in this place, dude. Come on, man.
The same language is this. The same language that you're using and the same Bibles that you're reading were given to you by,
shall not live,
quote unquote, a white man.
Well, it was stolen.
Bring it out. Let's read it. Go ahead. Let's see what you need. Read.
Matthew 4 and 4. But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone."
Man shall not live by bread alone. Or some damn white dude named Bob McElroy. Read.
Right, come on, wait. Don't talk about him like that.
But by what? Listen, I'm about to tell you what you need. Go ahead.
But by every word.
Man shall live by every word that do what?
That proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Wait. Hold on. Read that again.
This is Matthew 4 and 4. But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone,
Go ahead.
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God."
That's how you live.
All right.
Wait.
Just tell the truth. Hey, wait. While we doing it, I haven't helped out too many homeless people.
Mario.
My re-up money's messed up. I'm an ex-drug dealer.
By every word that proceeds
now
out
I'm trying to change my life. We'll see what happens.
But by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Hold on. Here's the thing.
Come on.
I
What
want
words?
everybody to
This
pray that Bob catches cancer.
Listen, he's
Come.
Hey, listen. What words? Listen, what words came out
I
of the
want
mouth of
everybody
the Lord?
watching to pray that Bob catches
Listen, what
cancer.
word proceeded
Right.
out of the Lord? What word proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord?
Hold on, I just want to make it completely
man.
clear. I said the guy was a good guy. He's been helping homeless people for
And you said
33
you need
years.
him.
300
And you said
people
you
at a
need him.
time.
You
Yeah,
said
I
you
just
need
want
him.
time I need him.
Why
And his
you?
organization.
What do you need him
They're
for?
doing a
What do you
great
need him
job.
for?
He has African Americans that work for us.
What do you need him for?
I live at his place right now.
You
want me
live
to
at his
sleep out in
place
the rain right now?
Listen. What do you?
He's pleading the case of the homeless and the fatherless. You guys just read that.
He's pleading the case of the homeless and the fatherless.
You guys just read
He's
the
pleading
verse.
the case. He made these people homeless and fatherless. What are you talking
That's
about?
right.
Give me
right.
Lamentations 4.
Hold on, Bob.
Give me Lamentation.
He's saying Bob specifically made people homeless and fatherless.
Yes, Bob specific.
You just felt everything.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead, bring it out.
The book of
Jesus
Lamentations,
Christ,
chapter
Jesus
4,
Christ,
verse
I love you.
17.
I love you.
As
Wait,
for
hold on.
us,
As
our
for us.
eyes, yet, Salat, our eyes
eyes
as
was-
yet failed
Listen,
for our vain help.
Your eyes have failed
All right.
for vain help. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation
You have watched for a man. Go ahead.
that could not save us.
Bring that
Listen,
out.
Bob can't save you.
That's right.
He can't save you, dude.
Before-
What are you talking about?
Before they killed Jesus Christ, they thought he was just a man, and they say they don't know he was the son
So
of
you're
God.
accusing me like you're equating
hold on.
Bob to Jesus Christ? Oh wow! Get your ass up the block, dude, and get the hell out of here. Hey,
Two.
Listen,
Check it out.
listen,
No. My name is Mario Montgomery. Hold on one second. My name is Mario Montgomery. And though it differs by one letter, my name starts with Mary and ends with Mary. Jesus Christ, I love you. God, I love you.
You gets
These
no
guys did
airtime,
horrible
dude.
Yeah, but you kicked the cracker in the head, though.
Hey, listen.
Go home
and have Bob pick your hair out and green your scalp, because that's your woman, dude.
Instead of doing this,
Go have
instead of
Bob
doing
grease
this,
your scalp
take
and rub
some-
your head to
take-
sleep,
take
dude.
some-
That's
take
your
some
woman,
videos
man.
of you helping people.
Listen,
Take
that's
some videos of you helping people.
listen.
Hey, we are right now. We are right now.
I see the video.
It's right here.
Listen. In Bob's 33 years, listen. In Bob's 33 years of working, I have more.
Well, you're not
I've
more
helped more
righteous than the
people
publicans
in a
and the
third
tax
of the
collectors.
time.
That's right.
In Bob's 33 years of work, I've helped more people in a third of the time.
That's right.
Let
them know, God.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Bob has done no work in the community.
Do you know him?
Listen. I don't
Do you
need,
know him?
I don't need to know him. I know his father.
That's right. That's right.
And listen, I don't know Bob. I know his
His father is God.
Listen, his father is not God. I'm gonna show you. John 8. I'm about to tell you who. Listen, I'm about to tell you exactly what this scripture is talking about right now, man.
Bring it out.
John 8.
The slogan for his place is where miracles
Mario, let the
happen.
Bible speak, man. God is speaking. Go ahead.
8:44.
Go ahead.
Ye are of your
You
father.
are of your who?
Your father.
Who?
Your father.
Hey, the Lord said you are of your father. Read.
The devil.
The devil. The who?
The devil.
Who?
The devil.
Who?
The devil.
And that's Bob. Go ahead.
Right.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
You do the lust of Bob.
That's
your
right.
father, right?
Right.
The goddamn devil the Bible speaks about. Go ahead.
Rest in peace, George H.W. Bush.
He was a what?
Wow.
He said he was a
He
what?
said rest in peace, Bush.
He said rest in peace, Bush. Of course. Listen. Think about it. He was a what?
A murderer.
He was a what?
A murderer.
What?
A murderer.
He was a murderer from what?
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Hey, again, we just already told you. We just already told you about the Irish. We've already told you about the Irish, how they was murdering blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans in this place.
Good.
And you love them, dude. Go ahead.
And abode not in the truth.
And they abode not in the truth. Go ahead.
Because there is no truth in him.
Listen,
I
Mario.
condemn that picture of Jesus Christ with the horns on it.
Mario.
I condemn that.
Mario.
That's Jesus Christ.
That's Bob.
I condemn that with.
That's
I
Bob
condemn that with the
McElroy.
horns.
That's Bob McElroy right there.
And
Goddamn God, man.
Jesus
McElroy.
Christ
No.
came to be as one of the Jews, not a Jew.
Wait.
He wasn't one. He came
Christ
to
wasn't
be
a Jew?
as
Christ wasn't a Jew? Wait. Hey, wait, come here.
Something like that.
You homeless.
Something like
you
that.
homeless.
Yeah.
You want to make some money?
no,
You want to make some money?
not from this.
Why?
Not from this.
Wait. No. How about we
this.
make some money from truth? From telling the truth. You want to make some money by telling the truth? That's all you got to do.
This is
Wait. No.
Jesus Christ was one.
Listen. Do you want to make some, just telling the truth? That's all you got to do. You ain't got to compromise yourself like you do at Bob's house. You ain't got to bend over like you do at Bob's house.
Oh, that's right. Let him
Simply
know.
tell the truth and you can make some money right now. Listen.
what's the question? I don't want your money for
Listen.
truth. What's the question?
Was Jesus Christ a Jew?
You know what? I'm
But-
not sure, but I thought he came to
Wait,
act as
you unsure now. I thought you were saying. You
All
came
right,
up
never
with
mind.
a definitive
But I
statement.
can tell you straight up like this.
Was he a
Jesus Christ
Jew?
didn't have no horns. If that's the Jesus Christ he wants to show himself as to the other half of the world, then
Wait.
let him show himself as that. If he
Jesus
wants
Christ
to show
showed
it to
him-
you as an African
Jesus Christ
American,
showed-
then let him show it to you as an
you-
African American.
Wait.
I know you guys heard that God rose a man from sin, right?
I'm gonna tell you this.
So he can change
Listen. I'm gonna show you an honorable man actually trying to help you.
It smells like marijuana
Listen,
over here.
yeah. Who's lit up? You don't try to talk to us about that. Come here real quick. Mario, listen, I'm not gonna make you compromise yourself like Bob. I'm gonna give you opportunity.
Bob doesn't make me compromise
Yes, he does. I'm gonna explain why. Listen, I'm gonna give you opportunity to make some quick money by simply telling the truth.
You know,
By
sometimes
simply telling the truth.
Sometimes
Listen.
I hear people's prayers.
Listen, don't worry about it.
That matters.
Oh my God. I told you think you're God. Listen.
I don't think I'm God.
You do. Here's the
think I'm God.
thing. Here's the thing. By simply telling the truth, I'm gonna give you opportunity to make some money. That's Jesus Christ showed himself to the world looking like that?
You know what? I got it. Take those horns off.
That's him.
Okay, wait. Without the horns, Jesus Christ appeared at the people looking like that?
You want me to appear with horns? or
I'm
you want me
asking
to...
you a question. Did Jesus Christ appear to anybody looking like that?
Man, I'm not even... When Jesus Christ comes, he could kill, he could do whatever he wants.
Why don't you want to answer the question?
can
You
do
acting like
whatever he
Bob right
wants
now.
to
Did Bob
I'm
teach
just
you how
saying,
to?
I'm
Did
just
Bob
saying.
teach you?
Hold-
Bob looks like him, don't he?
Yeah, Bob is a good guy. No, Bob is a good guy.
But I think Bob looks just like that dude.
Bob's a good guy. Hey,
Bob walks
I'm gonna
around
go.
looking just like that
All
dude.
right, you guys keep studying. And,
But listen,
and I
why
hope
don't you want to
guys
answer the question? Did Bob teach you how to deflect like that?
There's also other religions that
That's
read
not what
the
I'm-
book and
listen,
flip
I'm
it and
asking
turn
you
it
a
into
simple
Look,
question.
hold on. Let me ask a question. I'm not gonna judge you. Are you having sex with Bob?
No,
Okay.
that's inappropriate.
Has Bob ever touched you
Have
inappropriately?
Bob ever touched
Has
you?
Bob ever
inappropriate. You know
touched
you
or
would never hear
groped
that
you
in the church.
inappropriately?
Has Bob
I
ever
don't even-
touched
I don't
you?
even swear when I write the White House letters. I say.
You be writing the White House letters?
I say,
What do you
you
be
know-
asking the White House when you write them letters? You asking for help, ain't you?
Guys,
You looking for a nation that can't save you, brother, and it's the sickest stuff we ever seen.
no, I
This
tell
is the
them
sickest
that
stuff we
ever
ever
since
seen.
9/11 happened, things been kind of weird in San Diego. That's what I tell them.
That's what you've been
guys
telling
take
them?
care, okay?
For the purpose of what?
For the purpose of black ops. You guys take care.
Hey, tell Bob McElroy, we listen, a group of angry black men is going to come visit him real soon.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Hey,
God.
Hey, listen. The next damn white man you need to kick in their head is Bob, all right? Hey, you need a field goal kick that dude, all right? That's sick, man.
Sick, bro.
Finish that Lamentations. Go ahead. Because this goes to Bob and his people too. Read.
As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
The vain help. He thinks because Bob's letting him live in his house, that means he got to compromise himself and let Bob do what the hell he wants to him. All right? And then that's some sort of help. And now he feel like he need him. I'm going to tell you this. That's how you know Bob's touching that dude, because he talking about how much he needs him. Right? Bob is holding that dude to sleep every night. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
He's thinking Bob can just save. He said he needs Bob. That's the trippiest stuff I've ever heard. You need this man? You don't need nothing but every word that proceeds out of Bob.
That's right.
Again, he don't even know that, because again, he's gonna try to say Abraham had a stick in front of Jericho. Go ahead. He read it.
They
Down to 19.
they hunt our steps.
And Bob's people was hunting our steps literally. Literally. Not figuratively, not speculation, not us trying to group all white people all into one bunch. Bob's people was hunting our steps literally as a slave hunter.
Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
And we couldn't go in our streets.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
This was out because the world was made for our sake.
That's right.
All right? And we couldn't go on our streets. Why? Because they was hunting us. Read.
Our end is near.
Go ahead.
Our days are fulfilled,
Read.
for our end is come.
Our end is come. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Read.
Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heavens.
Come on, man. This is exactly how they came to the Americas, and this is exactly how they've been dealing with us since they brought us over here.
That's how they come with
and
the
since
SWAT
they
to
came,
your house.
that's how they come with the SWAT to your house. And we know brothers and sisters that's dealing with that right now as we speak, man. All right, they've been out here doing these raids. They come in swift as an eagle, man. All right, unknown, and they sitting around and they praying on it, right? Where a brother will come up to you randomly and start asking you personal questions like, how in the hell do you know this about me? It's called a stakeout, doing recon, right? Investigations. And they're doing it privily. Listen, they came in. Remember that day we was at on K Street, and we at the house chilling. And they crept in unaware, bang at the door doing a raid. And here I am, I'm trying to get a police to, fake information. I don't know what they got. And he comes down and pulls me to the side, calling me by my government, asking me questions about what? About camp.
Hey, they swooped on you.
I don't know where you know about that.
They swooped on you here at camp with like 15 officers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about what they doing recon. They swift as an eagle. We're a prey and they hunting us, man. Go ahead.
They pursued us upon the mountains.
They pursued us upon the mountains. They got the height and the authority.
Right.
Right? Who, this guy? He's all right. They got the authority, right? They got the height of the hill right now.
Right.
And they got all of the influence to be able to do that. And they come in, like when they call me, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm like, wait, what? And the other officer looking at me crazy because I done gave him a whole fake social, I done gave him a name, birthday, everything. And he come call me by another name like we was the best of buds. Go ahead.
They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
They laid wait for us. Read. That's it. You want 120? That's it on that.
What did you?
On, man?
What
got
did?
a question? Hey, do you mind putting a cigarette out as much as you think that since you're standing away, it's going another way? The wind is blowing this way. Do you mind? Thank you, sir. It was raining the other night, man. The flood is over. What's going on? You got a question, bro?
I'm not out in your way.
No, that's all right. I was just letting you know the flood is over, man. Ain't no more rain coming. Precipitation percentage is low right now. All right? Yeah, give me that Isaiah.
Book of Isaiah.
That dude Mario, man, is a damn.
Hey, that's Bob. Hey, Bob. Are you Bob?
Are you Bob?
Hey, yeah,
No?
you got a
Oh, he's not Bob.
Robert, you got a question. So you got a question?
okay, like you know, like you have a sign to show who's the Hebrews.
You get 37. Okay, yeah.
You know, like you have a sign to show all the heathens, right?
Right.
I think you should have a sign to show who.
Oh, all the heathens, huh?
All the
Yeah,
Edomites.
yeah, we do.
Because I think the Myranians and all them guys, they fall in the category as Edomites too.
So you said the Iranians do?
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand. Matter of fact, no. Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Psalms 83. It's a beautiful thing that you even made mention of that because it's showing, even from a what we would call a civilian point of view, right? His brother's not a part of no camp. He's listened to us a couple of times, but even from the outside looking in, they can recognize, man, our people start to recognize the similarities and how the so-called white man, as well as all of the rest of heathens outside of Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, all have the same agenda.
Right.
Pertaining to the Black man, pertaining to the Hispanic and Native Indian man. They all have the same agenda, right? You got that?
Yeah,
Psalms 83, read 3 down, 3 to 6.
Yeah, no, you're right. You see brothers that ain't even in the truth start having breakdowns.
Starting to
and
have these
everything.
breakdowns. He said right now, he said them Iranians, right? And I'm sure you're speaking about the rest of them as well over there, right? He said, man, I think they fit the description of a damn Edomite too, which is Edomites over there. Most certainly. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3. They are taking crafty counsel against thy people.
They took crafty counsel against us. That's why they fit the same description, because they're all conspiring together with him. Read.
Right.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Go ahead.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Their whole agenda is to team up with the so-called white men to take us away from being a nation. Right? Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And again, they all collectively came together to take the name of Israel away from us and to even perpetuate that throughout the generations, right? They want to sit up there, they want to be halal, they want to be separate and holy, but then they're going to feed us all of the abominable things. They don't mind. They ain't going to eat the stuff that they feeding you, read.
They have consulted together with one consent.
Read.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against us, read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom is a so-called white man. As you understand, the Edomites, they fit in it, but you're saying that the Iranians fit that description, right? Well, even then, the Iranians is going into the Elamites. The Iranians is going into the Elamites, right? A lot of them. And then there's also some who, deal with the next nation that's going to be named as well. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
Ishmael. So a lot of the Arabs come from. Okay? So they in cahoots and they conspiring together against the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. That's why they have a lot of similar traits and movements and modes of operation. Go ahead.
Of Moab.
Of Moab dealing with the Chinese. They got the same one too. Go ahead.
And the Hagari.
Go ahead.
Gebal.
Read.
And Ammon.
And Ammon dealing with the Japanese. Read.
And Amalek.
And Amalek, that's the chief, that's the fake Jews claiming to be us. Read.
The Philistines.
And then that's going into the different Africans. So it's literally just named the so-called Caucasian or the white man we know as Edom, the Arabs, right? Africans, and the Asians. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
And that's done. Anybody got another precept? You got another question? You ready? Yeah. What's going on?
Oh yeah, I do got another question. It's kind of weird how they let all their enemies, their enemies.
You got that?
It's kind of funny how they let all their enemies have all the businesses out here.
Oh, right.
Have you noticed that?
They're supposed to be enemies of
Supposed to
America.
be enemies to them, but they own all the businesses.
Right. Which lets you know, again, it's all a facade, right? Propaganda to get them to,
Yeah, they work together.
to get the support, of the masses of people. That's going to encourage them to go over to different lands, different parts of the world, and establish their dominance the same way they did here. See what I'm saying? But not only is it crazy, because we're watching them do to other people as they did unto us, but then we start to encourage it like we on their team. That's what we just read. Through our watching, we watch for vain help. Go ahead.
Right.
Sirach 12 and 10.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10.
Bring it on.
Never trust thine enemy,
Never what?
for like as iron
It
rusteth,
says never trust your enemies. So like I said, not only do the people that they think to be their enemies, not only they're allowing them to come and establish all the businesses, we turn around and then start to trust our enemies as well. It's propaganda, read.
for like as iron rusteth,
Like as iron rusteth, go ahead.
so is his
It's
wickedness.
inevitable. Read.
Though he humble himself
Go ahead.
and go crouching, yet take good heed
Take good heed, go, because what?
and beware of him.
Read.
And thou shalt be unto him as though if thou hast wiped a looking
At
glass.
first, they're going to present themselves unto you in a way that you're not familiar with, in a way that might not promote any type of anger or prompt any anger from you, right? But like the scripture says, they're like unto a looking glass. All you got to do is wipe it, and you really see who they are.
Yeah, you'll see right through
Go
it.
ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
When you look at him and you say, this white boy is pretty cool. He's a pretty decent guy. Wipe that glass clean, and you'll see.
That's what's gonna happen with
it's
Bob.
That rust.
With Mario,
You know
with
what?
Mario,
You know what it's like.
Mario.
You know what it's like. When your mom go to the grocery store and you want to go out tonight, she say, "Hey, make sure that bathroom, that room is clean." When she come back, she gonna go start checking stuff. She get down on the countertop and look to see them crumbs on her. Like, boy, you ain't clean nothing. You ain't clean nothing up. You ain't wiped nothing down. You ain't put no soap and water on this. You just tried to straighten up real quick and it ain't work. That's what the so-called white man did. He tried to straighten up real quick, but he's still dirty.
That's right.
He's still a dirty dude, man.
That's
All right?
What's your question? About Jewish people? Are you Jewish? Okay.
How do you feel about the Jews? You asking me about the P38? I mean P40? All right? I'm asking you about it. How do you feel about it?
You pray for him?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9.
Bring it on.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty,
That's right.
but thou art rich.
Wait, it says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Are the Jews in tribulation and poverty right now? Hell no. 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 Huh? You said they're God's chosen people? Yeah. The Jews of the Bible are, but the Jews that you see walking around today aren't. I'm about to show you right now. Christ spoke about it. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
But thou art rich, right? Because they're in the real Jews are in tribulation and poverty, but they're rich. When you're reading the book of what is that, James, it speaks about them being rich in faith, rich in spirit. But physically, they're in tribulation and they're in poverty. The Jews you see walking around today are not in tribulation and they're not in poverty. They have their own communities, they're thriving,
Right.
they're excelling. And quiet as it's kept, they're the reason why the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are even in the position they're in right now. They had a very influential role in the transatlantic slave trade and the conquest of the Hispanic and Native Indians. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy.
And the blasphemy, you know what a blasphemy is? What is it? Speak against? I'm gonna give you partial credit for it, but it's like to speak a lie. When you get it to the specific, it's to speak of just a filthy lie.
Right.
They've tried to clean themselves up on the outward appearance, but inwardly they're still filthy, rotten, and disgusting. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
The blasphemy is them which say they are Jews, that pervert the word of the Most High, that pervert the judgment of God. On the inside, they're sick, twisted, and filthy, and they raise their children to be so. Going all the way back when they first come out the womb, and they're teaching them to be sick, lascivious, with evil concupiscence. They're teaching them to be absolutely horrific human beings. Hey, guess what? And that's how God created them. Go ahead.
Which say they are Jews.
Which the people which say they are Jews, that tell that filthy, stinking lie. But what?
And are not.
But they are not.
That's right.
That's right.
So the people you call them to be Jews, they're not the Jews. They're not in tribulation. They're not in poverty. And they're definitely not rich in faith. You know why? Because they really believe in their money more than they believe in the Most High God. They believe in the power and influence that they've obtained through rape, rob, and murder. They believe in their own hand. Woe unto him that make flesh his arm. Go ahead.
Look, in the powerful words of the late great Khalid Muhammad, you're not even a real Jew.
And they don't even believe in Jesus, but they'll sell you a Jesus piece.
They'll sell you a Jesus piece. They don't even believe in Jesus. Go ahead.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
God called them the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
So they're not the real Jews.
That's right.
They out here perpetrating a fraud.
Right.
All right?
Their God is gold.
Isaiah 60.
Bring that out.
It says
These people, they are the
bastard?
real quick. Come here real quick.
For a
You
bastard.
seem like a real decent good guy, man. Would you consider yourself a decent good guy?
I do.
You know? And you know why I would think that? Because you said that you were even praying for the Jews. Why would you pray for them?
Because that's what the Bible tells us to do.
The Bible tells us to pray for what, everyone? You got that?
It says in
1 John 5? 5:16, bring it out.
It's the book of 1 John.
Go ahead.
Book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 16.
Go ahead.
If any man see his brother sin a sin,
If you see a man sin a sin, which is what?
which is not unto death,
Not unto death. Unto death. You know that there are sins that get you put to death? Like what?
blaspheming God's name, making it vain.
What about being homosexual? Do you know that being a homosexual, according to the Bible, means that you should be put to death? Yeah? You still believe in that God?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you believe that these homosexuals running around here should be put to death, right?
Or the Bible, yes.
But I'm saying, now that you know that, you believe that. So when you see a homosexual, you be like, man, you should be put to death.
I would never say that.
What about an adulterer?
Same thing.
Should be put to death, right? So it says, if you see a man sin a sin that's worthy of death, read.
he shall ask, and he shall give him life for them that sin not unto death.
Read that again from the top.
If any man see his brother sin a sin,
Go ahead.
which is not unto death,
If you see him sin a sin that's not worthy of death, go ahead.
he shall ask,
He shall ask, which is what? What are prayers? You asking God, right? Go ahead.
and he shall give him life for them that sin not unto death.
And God's going to give them life that sin not unto death. What's the punishment for murder?
Death.
Death, right? Would you say that the Jews have murdered a lot of people? I just told you they had a big part in the transatlantic slave trade that resulted into over 200 million people dying. What has ever happened to the Jews for that? What has ever happened to the so-called white man for that? Nothing. Nothing. Isn't God about balance? Isn't God about justice? He's a good guy, right? Like you. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Would you say God is a good guy?
Yeah.
And he's going to pay people back for that, right? Go ahead.
There is a sin unto
There
death.
is a sin unto death. We talked about it. Read.
I do not say that he shall pray for
The
it.
scripture says we shouldn't pray for it. So why are you praying for people that's deserving of death? Because they're out here murdering. They're out here promoting and condoning being homosexuals. They're out here promoting and condoning being an adulterer. They're out here promoting and condoning blaspheming the word of God, blaspheming the name of God, blaspheming the Holy Spirit. They don't even believe that the Holy Spirit even came.
They don't even believe
They don't even believe the Holy Spirit came because this Holy Spirit was introduced by who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and they don't believe in him at all.
Yeah, I know.
So how are we praying for these people? Right?
I don't know.